In the heart of the dense African forest, nestled between ancient baobab trees and vast savanna plains, lay the village of Dankoa. This village, rich with tradition and history, was home to the proud and resilient Dankoa people. They lived harmoniously, guided by the wisdom of their ancestors and the rhythm of the land. Among them was a young woman named Ahomkase, known for her beauty, intelligence, and an unwavering spirit that matched the strength of the oldest tree in the forest. Ahomkase was the daughter of the village healer, No Adoma, and the skilled hunter, Obrumpong. From her mother, she inherited knowledge of herbs, potions, and the secrets of healing. From her father, she learned courage, agility, and a deep understanding of the wilderness. Ahomkase was beloved by her people, not just for her skills but for her kindness and the fierce love she had for her village. Dankoa village had many traditions, but none was as celebrated as the full moon dance. On the night of the brightest full moon of the year, the villagers would gather around a massive bonfire, dressed in vibrant Kent cloth, adorned with beads and cowrie shells. The air would be filled with the sounds of drums, flutes, and the melodious voices of the village choir. This night was also when young men and women declared their love for each other, a tradition that often led to marriages. Ahomkase, despite her many admirers, had never participated in the dance of love. She believed that love should be more than a tradition, it should be a bond of souls, a connection deeper than the roots of the ancient baobab. One day, a stranger arrived in Kesos. His name was Kwame Kunto, a handsome and enigmatic man from a distant village. He came bearing gifts of gold, rare spices, and tales of distant lands. Kunto was charming and quickly won the hearts of many, including Ahomkase. His stories of adventure and bravery resonated with her spirit, and soon, they found themselves drawn to each other. The villagers were delighted. They saw Kunto as a worthy suitor for Ahomkase, someone who could match her strength and intellect. As the full moon dance approached, whispers of their union spread through Dankoa like wildfire. Ahomkase, for the first time, felt the flutter of love and the promise of a future with someone who seemed to understand her. As the night of the full moon dance drew closer, Ahomkase's mother, No Adoma, grew uneasy. She had seen a vision in her dreams, a warning from the ancestors. She called Ahomkase to their hut, the air heavy with the scent of burning sage. "Ahomkase, my daughter," she began, her voice trembling. "I have seen something in my dreams. Kwame Kunto is not who he seems. He carries darkness in his heart, a thirst for revenge that he hides behind his smile." Ahomkase was taken aback. "But mother, Kunto has been nothing but kind and honorable. How can this be true?" No Adoma's eyes filled with sorrow. "Trust the wisdom of the ancestors, Ahomkase. They speak to protect us. You must uncover the truth before it's too late." Determined to uncover the truth, Ahomkase began to watch Kunto more closely. She noticed small inconsistencies in his stories, subtle shifts in his demeanor. Her intuition, honed by years of learning from her mother, told her something was amiss. One night, she followed Kunto as he left the village and ventured into the forest. Silently, like a shadow, she trailed him to a secluded clearing. There, under the light of the moon, she witnessed a meeting between Kunto and a group of men she had never seen before. Their conversation, though muffled, spoke of plans to attack Dankoa, to take its riches and enslave its people. Ahomkase's heart pounded in her chest. She realized that Kunto's charm was a facade, a means to infiltrate and destroy her beloved village. She knew she had to act quickly to save her people. Returning to the village, Ahomkase gathered the elders and shared what she had discovered. Shock and anger rippled through the crowd, but they trusted her completely. They devised a plan to confront Kunto and his accomplices. On the night of the full moon dance, the villagers prepared as usual, masking their fear and anger behind smiles and laughter. Ahomkase, dressed in her finest attire, approached Kunto, who was oblivious to her knowledge. "Kunto," she said sweetly, "let us dance together under the full moon, as is our tradition." Kunto smiled, thinking he had won her heart. As they danced, the villagers surrounded them, the elders stepping forward to reveal the truth. Ahomkase stopped the dance and turned to face Kunto, her eyes blazing with righteous fury. "Kwame Kunto, you have deceived us," she declared. "You came here not for love, but for revenge. You planned to destroy Dankoa and its people." Kunto's smile faded, replaced by a look of shock and rage. The villagers closed in, and a tense silence filled the air. Kunto, realizing his deceit was uncovered, snarled and reached for a hidden dagger.
Before he could draw it, Ahomkase, with the agility of a hunter, kicked it from his grasp. A fierce struggle ensued, with Kunto's accomplices rushing from the shadows, weapons drawn. The villagers, prepared for battle, met them head-on. The peaceful village erupted into chaos as warriors clashed, the sound of metal against metal ringing through the night. Ahomkase fought bravely, her skills as a healer and hunter serving her well in combat. She moved with precision, her eyes never leaving Kunto, who fought with the desperation of a cornered beast. Amidst the chaos, Kunto's men began to falter, unprepared for the fierce resistance from the villagers. The people of Dankoa, fueled by anger and the need to protect their home, fought with unmatched ferocity. Slowly, they gained the upper hand. Ahomkase, locked in combat with Kunto, managed to disarm him. As he lay on the ground, defeated and exhausted, she stood over him, her chest heaving with exertion and fury. "Kunto," she spat, "you sought to destroy us, but it is you who has been destroyed by your own hatred." Kunto, cornered and desperate, finally revealed the truth. His village had been destroyed years ago by a neighboring tribe, and he believed Dankoa was responsible. He had vowed to avenge his people, even if it meant deceiving those who had shown him kindness. "But your revenge is misguided," Ahomkase said softly. "Dankoa had no part in the destruction of your village. We are a peaceful people. You have been blinded by your anger." Kunto, seeing the truth in her eyes, fell to his knees, overwhelmed by the realization of his mistake. The villagers, though angry, were moved by his confession and Ahomkase's wisdom. The elders decided that Kunto and his accomplices would be given a chance to atone for their actions. They would work to rebuild and protect Kasos, proving their loyalty and seeking forgiveness. Ahomkase, though heartbroken, found solace in the fact that love and tradition had triumphed over hatred and revenge. Kunto, humbled and repentant, devoted himself to the village, earning the trust and respect of the people he had once sought to harm. He and Ahomkase forged a new bond, not of romantic love, but of mutual respect and understanding. Ahomkase's courage and intuition became legendary in Dankoa. She was celebrated not just as a healer and a warrior, but as a beacon of wisdom and compassion. The tale of how she uncovered the truth and saved her village from destruction was told and retold, a reminder of the power of love, tradition, and the strength of a woman's spirit. And so, under the watchful eyes of the ancestors and the light of the full moon, the village of Dankoa continued to thrive, bound together by the lessons of the past and the promise of a brighter future.